Welcome to today's game with your St. Christopher Saints versus the FUMA Blue Devils here. It's October 7th, 2019, and I'm joined by William McDermott.
Yeah, so Harrison Saints have had a pretty good start to the season so far. Um, they have had a couple struggles against top talent like Cape Henry Collegiate and actually tied Collegiate in one game. But other than that, they've been really dominant in the prep league and just in the state in general.
For sure, the Saints have had a strong season, even though the exemption of Alexander Lovingood, now a top scorer and top player for William and Mary, still holding strong with Gerard Broussard leading the team in goals and with Robert Walmsley in the goal.
Yeah, so Walmsley in the goal has been interesting to see this year, as you said, and they've had guys like Gerard Broussard, um, Warner Collier, Harry Farley, and Curtis Hale step up to be some goal scorers. Of course, they've always had a good defense this year. Have guys like Weed Hagen, who's actually out today.
For sure, I heard he
Yeah,
had a concussion, so
yeah,
seems as if he's going to be out today. But the defense still is very strong. Um, Always has been very strong. We'll see if they can keep that up today. Looks like the Blue Devils going to get the ball here.
so it should be a pretty interesting match as the Saints look to move into the second half of their schedule. This will mark like the halfway point.
Looks like Gerard Broussard is going to get a very early goal here with the outside foot on his right. Very early, very 30 seconds into the game. Basically got a pass midway through the FUMA half and just took it himself. Amazing play there for Gerard. I expect to see a lot of that from Gerard Broussard, mainly the top offensive player and the top goal scorer for the Saints.
Yeah, definitely. Gerard Broussard's a guy who came into St. Chris as a sophomore, and ever since you could tell he was talented. Definitely works really hard, and he's definitely, of course, team captain this year and one of the, I guess you could say, top three players on the team.
For sure. If you need a goal scored, you put it into his feet. Looks like a cross is going to go over here. Too much from Harry Farley. Saints looking to create an opportunity here. Looks like it might get broken up from some FUMA defenders.
Saints really dominating the ball right now. A lot of ball control.
For sure, you expect to see that the Saints very smart here. Obviously, keeping it in their own half. You'd like to. You're most likely going to see them with a high possession rate and a high possession percentage
Walms,
for the whole game.
yeah, Walmsley actually not in goal today. Um, Jay Wood has made the switch with the freshman Rex Alphen in their number 0. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
For sure, I've heard good things about Rex Alphen, a 6'1" at freshman class, a tall freshman. I've heard he's very athletic, very agile, and able to stretch across the goal. You got Nick Washington on the ball here, very good midfielder. Probably one of the fastest guys on the team, very scrappy. Hustles probably the most out of anyone on the team, willing to get to the ball at wherever it is.
Yeah, for sure. The Saints have had a really good season this year, as many people thought it would actually be a down year. Uh, the departure of a lot of guys, as you said, Alexander 11 good, Colin Reese, among others.
Looks like
And it's another another goal for the Saints there. It's a
another
great
goal.
great ball from Gerard Broussard to Warner Collier, and the Saints find themselves up 2-0 4 minutes into the game. A lot of interesting stuff going on in the sports world right now, Harrison. MLB baseball playoffs, of course, NFL.
For sure, the NBA is also kicking up in about 15 days or so, I believe.
Yeah, preseason started last week.
Fall
NBA,
sports are, winter
yeah,
sports are starting to roll in now,
yeah, NBA is going to be really interesting this year.
for sure. You got players like you've got the obviously the recent trade with AD, Anthony Davis coming to the Lakers. A lot of people have the Lakers pretty low on the power rankings, but I honestly have them one or two on the West. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to watch out for. Seems like the Lakers and Clippers, but I don't think two players can make that big of a difference. For the Clippers, that still gonna have some depth issues. Although they will have Lou Williams coming off the bench, but
For
of
sure.
course, Lakers too also gonna struggle with depth this year.
You also got the 76ers on the East, who are my sleeper pick of the East coming out. I think they'll win the Eastern Conference. They've got a very good starting five. If Ben Simmons is able to develop a jump shot, I honestly think they could win the championship. Looks like Saints are going to get a breakout here. Looks like it might slow down, but they did have numbers. Curtis Hill going to play it through. Looking.
Collier ahead, and Emery Wise taps it into the net.
That is three
Extend the
goals.
Saints' lead to 3-0, just 6.5 minutes into the game. Of course, Tompkins, got the Bucks on the East as well. Teams like the Pacers also, I think, could be sleepers. Brooklyn Nets, even if Kevin Durant does come back later on in the season.
For sure, but with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Al Horford, one of the best rim protecting bigs in the East and in the league, I honestly think they could stop him. He's not going to be able to get inside with Joel Embiid, one of the best shot blockers in the league, and also Al Horford, one of the best shot blockers in the league. I honestly think that's one of the reasons they got him, to stop Giannis, because that's honestly their only obstacle
It's
out there in the East.
Collier shot on goal. Nice save by the goalkeeper there for Fork Union. Yeah, and other teams out west, you got to watch out for always the Rockets, and with the addition of Russell Westbrook.
Oh, for sure. A lot of people questioned the ability for James Harden and Russell Westbrook to play together with their both of them having high usage rates. But I honestly think they could work it. They're former teammates, obviously great friends. I think they could work something out. And under Mike D'Antoni, I honestly think they could do something. Mike D'Antoni being a very great coach, a very offensive-minded coach, I think they can work something out.
Of course, teams from the West that seem to always make the playoffs, like the Blazers and the Jazz, as well as even the Denver Nuggets, and surprise team from last year.
Oh, for sure. Um, I honestly think Nikola Jokic, star center for the Nuggets, can make a run for MVP this year. Put up close to triple-double numbers as a center. He averaged around, I believe, 6 to 7 assists a game, which is unbelievable. Let's see if he can step it up.
I believe his stats were 20, 11, and 7. So yeah, pretty impressive from the center position.
For sure, for his age as well.
Also a guy who could stretch the floor.
For sure, has an unbelievable jump shot as a center. I believe he's pretty young too, mid-20s, I think.
He's 24, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a future for the league.
Saints just dominating the ball right now.
For sure. I don't think the Blue Devils here have had the ball for more than 30 seconds. Saints have honestly just kept it in their half, running clock. I don't know. The Saints are just looking always aggressing no matter what, even though it's 3-0 in the first 10 minutes, just putting on the pressure. Just doing whatever they can to get the ball in their hands. Or feet, I should say.
And Coach Wood already trying some younger guys in the back half with Brendan Davis, Taylor McDermott, Emery Wise in the game.
Got Maury Levy there in left back as well. Very good player. I actually played with Maury Levy in Strikers, travel soccer a few years back. Very good player. Quiet, but yet very strong.
It's a good ball there from Collier to Broussard, but good defensive play from the Blue Devils to clear it. Saints will end up getting it back.
Again, Saints here just holding on to the ball once again, just passing it around in the open space. Not really looking for anything, but looks like they will now. Gerard Broussard on the right side. Taking it himself. Almost gets it in. It's saved by the goalkeeper.
Tompkins, when you look at the NFL right now, you got a couple teams who were really solid last year, kind of struggling this year, like the LA Rams, the LA Chargers.
I don't know what's going on with the Rams. They've got very good offensive team with Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and Brandon Cooks, but honestly, Todd Gurley's not putting up the numbers I believe he should be, which is not a good sign for the Rams, but I definitely think he's got the talent. He's very obviously a very talented player. I think he's having a rough patch right now. Jared Goff as well. I think he had like 3 interceptions in his last game or one of his games or something. Pretty bad game for him. I think they're just in a little bit of a patch right now, but I think they'll definitely get it together. They've got a great coach who's obviously going to step it up, so I think they're fine. Just having a little bit of a slump for now.
Yeah, and definitely some sleeper teams that people didn't maybe expect to do that well this year. The Bills. And
for sure. Bills coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, Josh Allen's a big part of that, I think. It's a nice cross there from Farley. Couldn't quite get it to Broussard. Bills are really well coached on the defensive end. Force a lot of turnovers, and
for sure.
Offense has struggled to put up points this year, but they're sitting at, I believe, 3-1 going into
for sure.
Week 6 coming up.
Center midfielder Curtis Hale is actually a very, very strong Bills supporter. I'm sure he's very happy about that and how well they've been doing compared to their high loss seasons recently in the past 5 years or so. Also, teams not doing as well as they should be are the Chiefs. The Chiefs actually have been struggling their past few games. Patrick Mahomes, I think he's only had 2 touchdowns in his past 3 games or something crazy. Or 1 touchdown in his past 2 games, I think, which is crazy.
Yeah, and last night they actually lost 19-10 at the Indianapolis Colts, a team who, without Andrew Luck, a lot of people sort of counted them out for the playoffs, but they play really good football.
for sure. And I think Patrick Mahomes, I saw the stat today, in his first 3 games, he had 10 touchdowns, but now in his past 2 games, he has one or something crazy. I don't know what's going on with him. He's obviously recent MVP. He's been doing very well. Um, I'm sure, again, it's like I like Todd Gurley. He's just in a little bit of a slump right now. Patrick Mahomes is a very positive kind of guy, a very good leader. I'm sure he'll get it together. Saints looking to make something here on the right side to Emery Wise. Nice little give and go from Curtis Hale. Crosses it through. Not going to find anything, though.
It was a really good touch there from Colliers. Probably gets it back to him. Colliers shot on goal. Wide left. Other teams that have maybe disappointed fans so far this year, the Cleveland Browns have played tonight against the San Francisco 49ers, who are undefeated so far this year with
For
Jimmy
sure.
Garoppolo.
The 49ers have honestly shocked as many people as the Bills have. Um, I mean, defensively, they're set. They got Richard Sherman, obviously. Great secondary. But offensively, nobody really saw it coming. Their only outstanding offensive player is George Kittle, to be honest. Besides that, they don't really have much. But, I mean, they're still making work out of it, obviously.
And there's a shot on goal. Curtis Hale puts it in the back of the net as they got the ball really deep. And it's going to be 4-0.
Looks like Saints aren't really making anything like that much complicated with their plays here. Just forcing it in the middle and just waiting until they get an open shot. They're not really doing anything crazy. But it seems to be working out for them here.
Yeah, and back on the 49ers now, they've got a lot of players this year. You know, they've, of course, got guys like George Kittle and, Sherman, as you stated, but a lot of guys that actually they drafted Bosa this year out of Ohio
Right.
State. Of course, Kyle Shanahan, I think, is a really good coach. Garoppolo's been playing really well.
They've also got don't they have the fullback? I forget his name. He's like the best fullback in the league. I forget as well, which is, I mean,
Yeah.
fullback's not a very impactful position, but it still is primary run blocker for the running back. But I believe he's on that team.
Yeah, and Eric Armstead as well on the D line. Get really young, actually, up front. Of course, they got Marquise Goodwin,
Right.
great wide receiver. But other than that, I mean, it's hard to name some players, and they've played some pretty good teams this year, like the Steelers and
Steelers have done very poorly this year to what they should be playing.
yeah, they
I
have a
believe.
lot
They've
of talent.
got a lot of talent with obviously the veteran Ben Roethlisberger and the young star, the new star of the league, Juju Smith-Schuster, who's outstanding, but he's just not able to. They're not able to find anything.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ben with that injury,
Right.
of course. Mason Rudolph had to come in. Tough hit he took yesterday. Actually, ended
Yeah,
up
I
getting
saw
knocked
that.
out for minutes. Steelers down to their third string quarterback for this coming week.
Right.
Yeah, definitely some surprises in the league this year. Saints, of course, doing very well without Drew Brees.
Right. Michael Thomas is doing very well, I believe. He's
Yeah.
having a great season.
I actually had him on my fantasy team yesterday. Got me 11 receptions for 182 yards and 2 touchdowns, which is equivalent to around like 43 points in fantasy. So, really solid numbers.
Obviously, the Patriots are doing well with their stacked defense and offense. Looks like Saints might
And
be able to.
another goal, yeah.
Warner
Warner
Collier.
Collier in the back of the net. 5-0, about 18 minutes into the game.
And actually, this morning, Redskins fired their head coach Jay Gruden,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't understand. I mean, I understand they haven't won a game, but I don't understand how firing a coach is going to make your team better with what they have right now. But let's see. We'll see if they can pull something together.
Yeah. It's been really rough for the Redskins so far this year. I mean,
Or for the past 5 years,
yeah,
6 years,
last time they made the playoffs was 2014 or
with
2015, and they made it to the
RG3,
wild
and
card game. Yeah.
and it's been silent ever since. And it was silent before that. They rarely made the playoffs before that.
And that really struggle goes down to the management, I believe.
Right.
It's they got Trent Williams right now who's holding out for a new contract. It's all pro left tackle, one of the best uh, left tackles to play the game, and he won't even play for their team, and they won't even trade him for anything. They could get a lot of picks out of it, but
I was actually watching an RG3 video yesterday about how, like, if the management didn't push him, he could have been Hall of Famer, to be honest. Apparently, when he was injured, the management made him play.
man, believe it, he got injured at the end of the season, and they rushed him back for the wild card game
Right.
against the Seattle Seahawks, and
That's where he
that's where he
injured again.
re-injured it. It wasn't that bad of an injury before, but I believe he tore his ACL
Right.
and re-injured that knee that game, and
Which really stings. Honestly, would have given the Redskins maybe even like a very good franchise at like this point of time. If RG3 stayed healthy, they could have been like a very strong team around this time. Probably one of the best teams in the league if he was still healthy.
yeah, he'd be in his prime right now.
Could have brought in other players. Could have been doing well. But I mean, he's on the Ravens now. He looks quite healthy. He's doing pretty well.
I believe he just had a newborn child as well.
Right.
It was a nice play from the goalkeeper there. And from Saints just dominating the game.
For sure. There's
Not much to talk about.
There's no other words for it. Obviously, dominating the possession of the ball. Maybe have 75% of the possession, maybe 80. Obviously, Saints a very strong team, looking to go for the state championship this year as they were last year and the year before that.
Yeah, it seems year in and year out, these Saints soccer teams are always in contention.
It's honestly a standard at this point, which is good and bad. But I believe Jay Wood is able to handle that and turn good players that they have into great players.
Yeah, of course, football team also performing very well. 5-1 after the week 1 loss to Trinity on a 5-game win streak. Play Flint Hill at home this week.
For sure. Going to be probably their biggest struggle, biggest challenge, that they're going to have. They probably should have won the Trinity game, but it is what it is.
A couple questionable calls at the end there, if
Right.
you remember.
But Flint Hill, very strong team, state champ worthy team they had last year. And,
Believe they won the state championship.
Right, they
against
did.
Benedictine, yeah.
But it's definitely going to be the Saints' hardest struggle to conquer here. And it's going to be on Saturday at 1, so make sure to stay tuned into that. I've heard the cross-country team is also doing very well. I heard they won in more basic terms. They basically won all of their runners came in before the opponent's first runner. So I heard
I believe they got spots 1 through 7.
Right,
And then,
which was all their runners.
Yeah,
only
which
had
is
7 runners.
actually a perfect score, which is super rare in cross country.
For sure. And looks like the free kick's going to go a little bit high here. Coming back to the NFL here, the Jets are doing pretty poorly, 0-4, despite them getting Le'Veon Bell. They were expected to do pretty well.
Yeah, also had a stronger defense. They picked up C.J. Mosley. Jamal Adams, of course, is
Right.
always there. Um, I think Sam Darnold, of course, out with sickness with the mono,
Right.
doesn't help their case. Also with their backup quarterback Simeon getting hurt and down
Right.
to the third string Falk, it's hard for them. And Saints look to actually come down and score once more. Nice move from Emery Wise. Going to be cleared by the Blue Devils. As we were saying, the Jets have really underperformed this year in what's a pretty bad division,
Right.
the AFC East. And other teams that are playing well, Seattle Seahawks.
Russell Wilson having a very big game, I believe, was
Yeah,
his
he's
last
having a
game.
great season.
People are saying he's honestly making
MVP
an
cases,
MVP
yeah.
case for it, which is obviously our fellow Richmond native. Even though he's a collegiate Cougar, I'm still rooting for him, obviously, as he's a Richmond native. Also, obviously, the Dolphins are doing horribly. Which is
Bengals as well.
Bengals for sure.
I think it'll be battle between the three winless teams of Cincinnati Bengals, Miami Dolphins, and Washington Redskins for the
and
number
the
one
Jets.
overall pick. And the Jets, actually, yeah, I forgot about them.
I honestly think
Tank for Tua.
right. I honestly think AJ Green should get traded. He's such a great player.
He's just been injured at the start of the season.
Right, but
It-
still.
The O-line, if you watch the game on Monday against the Steelers, Andy Dalton didn't even have 2 seconds to get the ball out.
Right. I don't think Andy Dalton's a great player as well. I don't think it's his fault, but they don't have an overall talent that some teams have. But in my opinion, I think AJ Green, even though he's injured, I mean if he wasn't injured, Andy could get some more touchdowns or something. But
Yeah, they do have Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. They have some weapons.
yeah,
It's
Joe
just-
Mixon playing very well.
And actually, their offense has not been terrible this year. I think the O-line has really struggled. And Dalton, of course, not the Pro Bowl quarterback like he used to be.
Right.
But that Cincinnati defense that when they made the playoffs, I think it was like 4 years in a row, they didn't win a single game in the playoffs. Their defense was super good with Vontez Burfict, who actually suspended for the rest of the year.
Right. It's gotta hurt. You just gotta be thinking about what they're thinking right now.
Future,
If they had AJ Green, and what their future's gonna look like. Honestly, you might see AJ Green leaving soon, in my opinion, because not really making a case for themselves
He's
at all.
still relatively young. I believe he's like 29 or 30.
Right. Still got a few years, but very great player. Very underrated, in my opinion, because he just doesn't get any love in Cincinnati.
Yeah, not a lot of Bengals fans outside of Cincinnati.
Right.
Atlanta Falcons also is really struggling this year. A lot of people thought they could be playoff contenders.
Right. Julio Jones basically gonna have to carrying the team. To
And
be
when you-
honest.
yeah, when you think about it, like on paper they should be really good, but they
Right.
have a lot of
They got
positional
Matt Ryan back there.
players. Devontae Freeman's not bad at all. They've got AJ Green,
No.
Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu. Decent O-line. It's just defense has been okay. Desmond Trufant.
Right. I just don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that team. Obviously, you got Matt Ryan and Julio Jones' chemistry is off the charts. They've been playing with each other for years. But I don't know what's wrong. They still obviously got a chance at playoff contention, but still got to get their act together. It looks like a cross is going to come in a little bit over the head of Harry Farley.
Really slow game for Fork Union.
Breaking for sure, not able to get the ball into the net or even have the ball for more than 10 seconds. Saints just begin to swarm them.
Yeah, Fork Union is actually a school known for a lot of, big time professional sports talent that they've produced. I mean, actually had guys like Michael Thomas, wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints, and Cardell Jones, of course, former quarterback for Ohio State, who did post grad years there.
Right.
Also, guys like Christian Hackenberg.
And we saw also last Saturday Montego Moss, who was son of Randy Moss. Looks like a potential D1 player. Played very well.
Yeah, I believe he had 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. So
For sure. Looks like you got Gaines Weiss here in the backfield as well.
yeah, Saints just using up a lot of players here. I mean, just trying to get fresh legs in, guys who
Max Suskin as
typically
well.
don't get the chance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and that honestly
Could be a reason why Walmsley's not in today.
right. And that honestly, like, does not make a difference. Even this team is so strong. Gaines Weiss, Max Sustin that came in are still very strong players, and looks like Saints might get a breakthrough here. But it looks like he does get pushed to the side. You've also got the Vikings, which are 3-2, which is all right. But I feel like people were expecting maybe more out of them with Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, and so
They
on.
played really well yesterday against the New York Giants.
Right.
Of course, Giants really struggling on the defensive end.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, other than that, the Giants actually had a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter. I believe they were in within the 10-yard line 2 times in the fourth quarter, and was a turnover on downs.
Oof.
Yeah. And they also gave up 1 safety.
I believe Kirk Cousins isn't really living up to what people thought he was going to play this year. But I mean, it's still very early in the season. They don't have the worst record. They're only 3-2.
Yeah. The NFC North is really strong
Mm.
this year. Another surprise team is performing really well. The Oakland Raiders.
Right.
Yeah, actually beat the Bears in London yesterday. Bears, of course, without Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is he played well, but I don't think he's playing up to the hype that people thought he was going to play, or at least for Bears fans.
He is a Pro Bowl quarterback.
UNC grad, sure. I mean, he's close to my heart being a UNC fan, but I believe people are expecting a little bit more from him. I mean, he's playing well, but he's got to push it up a little bit, I believe.
Yeah. Packers really strong this year.
For sure, which is honestly surprising.
The Lions too, actually.
You said Lions as well, which is crazy. Are they 3-1 now? I believe.
They're 3-1-1, I
Right.
believe. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Should be 4-1 if you think about it.
Right.
They tied against the Cardinals in a game they really should have
They
won. It
should
was
have
week
won.
1 too.
Right. I mean, I honestly think Matt Stafford is finally deserving the praise he should get. I believe he's a very good quarterback. Honestly, made Calvin Johnson what he is today, as his legend is, but doesn't get as much praise as as he should because obviously the Lions have had no win seasons past 2 years.
Yeah, they made the playoffs wild card a couple of times with Stafford, but unable to do any damage.
Right. And obviously, the early retirement of Calvin Johnson does not help their case at all.
Yeah, but they've got guys, coming in doing really well. Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones Jr. Um,
Right.
yeah, they've got some guys.
Also, a team that's doing pretty well despite loss of their number one QB is the Carolina Panthers, um, which is my team that I'm a fan of. And Christian McCaffrey, who people doubted him in the offseason, calling him weak and so on. Obviously, he's proving them wrong. He's the number one running back in the league right now for fantasy points and in yards. I believe he has Todd Gurley and Alvin Kamara's yards combined. He has more than that, so he's doing pretty well. And also, the Carolina Panthers defense is doing pretty well as well. They got Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson. Um, they've got just very good all-around
Yeah, I
defense.
mean, they do have Bradbury on the corner, who's been okay
Right.
for them, I guess.
Hmm.
Um,
For sure. I mean, they're still doing pretty well.
did struggle. They believe didn't they start 0-2 this year?
They did.
They
They've been
lost to the Buccaneers and week 1. I'm not sure who they lost to.
they lost to the
Rams, I
um,
believe, right?
yes, the Rams
Yeah.
in week 1. But I mean, it seems like they've got a pretty hard schedule ahead of them. I mean, it's up and down, but they've got the Buccaneers again, and then they got the 49ers, the Titans, which are playing okay, and then the Packers, then the Falcons 2 weeks later. The Titans as well are, I believe they're doing okay, but um, people thought they would have been doing better under Marcus Mariota. But
Weren't they 3-2 this year?
um, I don't know.
Saints looking to push the ball in. Trapped inside. Nice pickup from the goalie.
No, they're 2-3.
Two
Sorry.
and three, yeah.
Derrick Henry has had a very good year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm aware of that. He's had a few outstanding games. I just believe Marcus Mariota hasn't been able to come up with the yards that they need him to.
I believe he still doesn't have a turnover or interception thrown this year, but
No, he doesn't.
yeah, I mean, he just
He's has 22 sacks though
that's not good at
in
all, of
five
course.
games. That's not good. I mean, that's 6 sacks. Or sorry, like 4 or 5 sacks a game. That's too much. Which is obviously not his fault. Most likely the lineman's fault, but still, it's not good for the Titans.
I believe they're without their starting left tackle Tyler Lewin. He got suspended for PEDs for the first 4 games of the season, so I believe he was back this past week.
AJ Brown actually having a very good year for them.
A
Has
rookie receiver.
has
Yeah.
250 yards and he's averaging 20 yards at reception. That's crazy. With 12 receptions. We've also got Delaney Walker there at tight end, who's a very good tight end.
Fork Union actually was making some moves there down the field. Couldn't get anything, though. It's a shot on goal.
By Ian Cox there, on the left side, the freshman.
Saints are definitely a team with a very bright future. Guys like Jared Broussard, brother of Gerard, and Ian Cox, as you said. Other younger guys like Max Suskind.
For sure, they got also a pretty strong junior class here. Obviously, you got Emery Wise, Curtis Hale. Curtis Hale, very strong midfielder. Not the fastest nor the strongest, but he's still very solid, very good all-around player. Very smart as well, very smart player. But I believe they'll still continue to do well in the upcoming years, despite the seniors stepping out of the play. Looks like Saints have a um, pretty easy rest of the season here. Then we got Stab, Benedictine, Norfolk, Veritas, Collegiate, and Woodbury. I mean, only the people with the slight challenges probably Collegiate and Woodbury towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I know Woodbury's soccer team has always been pretty good. I have a few close friends of mine on that team. But I don't know. I feel like Saints have a very good case of making a pretty good playoff run this year. I mean, no one's really able to touch them, to be honest.
Yeah, they made it to the semifinals last year at City Stadium, but ended up losing to Cape Henry Collegiate.
Right.
A goal kick for Fork Union here.
FUMA looking to make something happen here. It's on the Saints half. It looks like it's going to get broken by Nick Washington. It's going to push it up the left side. And bring it back again once again. Once again in the NFL, the Ravens are also doing very well with the young Lamar Jackson quarterback, who's proving a lot of analysts and people wrong that he was only a scrambling running back. Actually, he's had a few perfect games, I believe, this year. Maybe I think it was one or two, while still rushing, which is incredible, to be honest. He's doing very well.
Nearing the end of the first half.
Harry Farley's going to take up the left side. Might be looking for something. Looks like FUMA was going to stop it. FUMA's got the numbers. See if they can't do something here. It looks like it's getting broken up and pushed the other way. FUMA's going to clear it out here to the Saints half. It's going to get chased down. And cleared out by Rex Alphen. Looks like it's going to be a FUMA goal kick here. Clock 1 minute left until the end of the first half, or at least stoppage time. FUMA taking it very slow. Honestly, if they want to make a run here for the game, gonna have to step up the tempo a little bit. Moving pretty slow. Looks like most players are walking here. Looks like they are pushing up to the half field though. No players past the half field line. Obviously trying to move the ball up a little bit. Not allowing Saints attackers to get past, but looks like Saints are still gonna bring up the ball here. Harry Farley's gonna clear it in the middle. Mike Suskin, who's gonna pass to Nick Washington out to the right side. A lot of field to work with here. Clock's winding down.
Yeah, see how much extra time they ended up adding.
Oh, I'm sure it won't be much.
Saints, almost actually scored there.
Seems it's gonna be offsides.
Yeah. Looks like they'll add a little as standard.
I'm sure it's only 1 minute or two. And that looks like that's all it's going to be.
Ooh, rough first half for FUMA. And Saints absolutely dominant, 5-0. Be right back with you guys for the second half.
We are back here with the second half. Sorry, Saints are up 5-0 against FUMA. Saints have had a very strong half. Um, have kept the ball in their possession almost not if all the time. FUMA's, I think they've had maybe one shot on target, I believe. But I don't know. Saints putting up a very, very good game. Have a lot of younger guys in, a lot of lesser experienced guys in. Just get some playing time for them. Well, it looks like they will be starting strong here with their star Gerard Broussard in once again. He's going to play it back here. Play it back to the keeper.
You're really strong first half. A lot of guys getting involved and scoring.
Right. I think you had 2 for Warner Collier, 1 for Curtis Hale, 1 for Emery Wise, and 1 for Gerard Broussard. Looks like Gerard Broussard might not gonna be able to find anything. Looks like Nick Washington is gonna play to the left side here. Got some open field. Morlevy's gonna play it up. Back to Nick Washington, who's gonna push the ball back once again. Switch the field. A lot of open field here. Brandon Davis not able to find anything. Saints have some very good passing here. Able to keep it in their possession. Also got Eli Bemis there on the right wing. Senior Gerard Broussard making a move.
And
Able to get it on the near
that's-
post. That's going to be 6 for the Saints.
And, it's starting to get to a point where you begin to wonder if excuse me. You begin to wonder if there is a mercy rule here.
Right. I mean, Gerard Broussard might be pushing himself, might be looking to make a case for himself as player of the year or something like that. He's having an outstanding season, able to pick up a lot of Alexander Levigood's slack as their top scorer here. But I don't know what he's looking to do. Obviously, looking to get some of his stats up here.
And maybe even get some college looks.
For sure. I think that's already a given, though. But there's still no wrong in doing that. Nick Washington here in the middle, passes up to Gerard Broussard. He's looking for something, but not able to find it. FUMA might be able to make something here. Got possession on the wing, but looks like it's going to get broken up by Eli Bemis.
Still fight going on for the ball.
FUMA might be looking to do something now, but it's going to get broken up by Brandon Davis.
Sorry. Actually, having some issues with the mics buzzing a little. Trying to see if volume might play in that. As you said, Saints looking to score again. Just Broussard again.
Going to go near post, and it's off.
Oh, that could have been a goal.
Curtis Hale had a
Yeah.
crazy assist with the nutmeg there on number 5 for FUMA.
Thinking about it, Broussard really should have made that.
I honestly think he was looking for the near post, shot a little bit right, but I mean, they are up 6-0, so there's nothing wrong.
Sorry if you guys hear that buzzing.
Curtis Hale's going to stop this goal kick. Looking to Gerard Broussard. Great ball there from Eli Bemis. Going to set up Curtis Hale for a nice cross. Harry Farley's going to come up with a volley, and it's going to be good.
Wow. Really nice shot.
Great pass there from Curtis Hale, able to chip it over all the FUMA defenders. And then Gerard Broussard just boxed out his defender, able to set up Harry Farley for a nice goal. Saints looking to push up on the left side here. Going to pass up to Gerard Broussard. Going to kick it to the middle again. Looking for a pass back from Curtis. Not going to find it, though. Saints very patient here. Not forcing anything. Obviously something Jay Wood has told them to do. Not just aggressively pushing the ball forward, but looking for opportunities. Not just making them happen, but just constantly looking for an opening in the FUMA defense, which is very smart from the Saints team here. Gerard's able to get some space here with a 1v1 against one FUMA defender. He's going to juke him out to the right. Go for near post, not able to find it. Looks like he's going to try to set up a cross here. Eli Beam is going to cross it in, low ball, not going to find it. Good clear out there by FUMA. Next year, going to cross it to Eli Bemis once again. Might be able to get out another cross. This time high. Harry Farley's there. Expected a hit from the FUMA defender, but didn't get it.
The cross, the shot deflected and cleared by Fort Union.
Saints pressing very hard. They got no men in their own half here. Saints looking to aggress once again. Curtis has got a little bit of room on the right side. Pass to Eli Bemis, who has a little bit more. Back into Gerard. Gerard looking for Curtis Hale on the pass there, but saw a little bit late. Looks like a few Saints guys are going to come in here. Max Suskind, Warner Collier.
Saints still with only one loss on the year, which came against Cape Henry Collegiate last week.
Max Eskin here in the middle. He's going to play it over. Maury Levy looking for Warner Collier here is going to pass it over to Harry Farley, who has a little bit of a space. He's going to pass it back, though. Gets trapped. Also, a good play from the Saints here is that once they get trapped, they know just to turn and not look for it. But looks like Harry Farley might be able to make something here. Brandon Davis going to find the right post and get it in with his left foot. Good cross there from Harry Farley and good finish from Brandon Davis. It's going to be 8-0 for the Saints. Saints just having a field day on the FUMA defense here. Might be looking for double digits in this game.
Do you know if there's a mercy rule in soccer? I'm not sure, actually.
I don't believe there is.
For varsity, I'm not sure, yeah.
I don't believe there is. But I believe there honestly might, there should be.
If it's 10, maybe. I'm not sure, though.
If you get teams 8-0 and up in the second half, I mean, honestly, there should be something. I mean, the FUMA defenders are honestly probably not having a good time. Not probably feeling great about themselves, which is obviously not good. You don't want the players to feel bad about themselves just because they're having a little bit of an off day, or if they're just getting overwhelmed. But I don't know if there is a mercy rule.
Collier looking to advance it.
Gonna turn back though. Gonna play it right side here. Saints might be looking for a little bit of a switch field here. Not a lot on the left side. Saints graduating towards the left field, but nothing over there.
So just a little bit above 30 minutes left. You're in the second half. It's looking to advance it and score. Bemis across to Collier, just off his foot.
Collier looks like he's gonna switch field to Harry Farley here. Harry Farley having a pretty good game.
Oh, nice touch pass back to Farley.
Farley, a pretty strong playmaker here for the Saints, I believe he has maybe 2 or more assists on the game today, which is not saying much even though they have 8 because they have 8 goals, but still, very good player. Always able to get the crosses in on the left side with his strong left foot. Warner Collier looking to play it into Ian Cox, who's going to get the goal with his left foot there. The freshman getting a little bit of love. It's going to be 9-0 here for the Saints now. Putting up a spectacular game here. You can hear a little bit of love from the Saints bench there for the freshman getting a goal in the first season. Good to see the older Saints putting up a little bit of modeling here for the younger players. And it looks like, according to Google, there's actually a high school mercy rule if you score 10 goals or more. That goal actually might have been ruled offsides or something because scoreboard hasn't been updated. I don't know if that's incorrect or no. We'll revert it back to 8 for now, but we'll see if that changes later on. Good across the field here to Harry Farley. Good looks there from the midfielder. Good ball there from Max Eskin, allowing Harry Farley to get some space here. Maybe looking for a cross.
Ooh.
It's going to hit the FUMA defender, though. The Saints did score earlier, but might have been ruled offsides, to which I'm not aware. Looks like the score will remain 8-0 for now, though. We'll see if they change it later.
Yeah, so here's the cross. A little bit too far.
Saints looking to push here once again. Warner Collier is going to play to the left side for
Trip Owen, yeah.
looks like
number
Trip Owen,
4.
sorry.
Should be a corner kick for the Saints.
I just received word that actually that goal did count, but they stopped counting it after 8 goals. Seems like I don't know if the 10 goal mercy rule still applies Emery's going to push it in here. It's going to get kicked out for a corner. Warner Collier's going to kick it in here. Saints going to bring on players. Saints football team coming inside here. Showing some love to the soccer players, always good to see. Warner Collier is going to push it in here. Cross. It's going to get headed, though. Trippone's going to cross it in here. What was an insane goal from Max Suskin here.
Great support from the football team.
For sure. Always good to see. Gets the players hype a little bit. Good save, though, from the FUMA keeper. Saints applying all the pressure. Have 8 players in the near the box right now. Emery's going to get it, maybe a shot here. Near your post, that's going to be a corner kick, though. Warner Collier is going to get another attempt here. Looks like Ian Cox was trying to make something there, but not able to find it. Number 10 broke it up. Fuma's looking to create a counterattack.
Foul called. Just over 20 minutes left here in the second half.
Warner Collier is going to pass out here to Gaines Weiss. He's going to look for a cross. Pretty good cross.
Oh, Suskin couldn't get there.
Emery Wise. Going to pass to Suskin, who passes it back. Looking here. Austin Ford. Emery looking for something. That's going to be a Saints corner. Austin Ford going to look for the tackle here. It's going to get it. It's going to go out of bounds.
It's going to be Saints ball.
Gaines Weiss going to start a little bit of something here with Max Suskin, who's going to play it through the middle. Tripp's going to look for something here. He's going to get past one defender. Hits it right at the keeper, though. Not able to find anything. FUMA a little bit clustered right now, but they're starting to spread out, looking for something, but it's going to get broken up by Max Suskin. He's going to trip on himself. Looks like he's getting a little bit of help from Saints defenders, though. Gets broken up by Ian Cox, who's going to play it up. He's going to take it himself a little bit. Sees Warren Connor on his right. He's going to play it up. One touch. It's going to go
Just
right over the
above the
net.
goal, yeah.
Would have pushed it to a 10-0 lead there. Not able to find it, though. FUMA playing a little bit conservative here, looking for something. It's going to get aggressed by Emery Wise, who's going to make it push to the middle. FUMA playing with a deep cross, going to get broken up, though. Max Suskin and Trip Owen here, looking for something. Played up to Ian Cox. He's all alone himself. Going to have to wait for his teammates to catch up with him. Max Suskin going to play a little bit of far ball. Good attempt, though. Watercolor is going to kick it in on the right side as well. We'll see if they can make anything out of it. Saints defenders crash. It's going to be a little bit far. Gaineswees might be able to keep possession. He does. Crosses it in. It's deflected. Brandon Davis got a clear shot. Looks for the cross. Saints playing very close to the goal. Not able to find anything.
Yeah, tight defense from the Blue Devils, keeping everything contained inside the box.
For sure. I mean, you've got to when the Saints are putting 8 men around the 18-yard box. Warner Kelly's going to push something. Looks like it's going to be a goal kick. Or a corner, sorry. Warner Kelly's going to take it on the right side once again. Looks like he's their primary corner taker. Saints beginning to crash here. He's going to play it near post. Not able to find anything. Emery's got a shot here. Not able to get it.
A ton of shots on goal here for the Saints. There's another punched by the goalie.
Goalies has about maybe 5 saves in the last 10 minutes. Able to keep them all out, though. Kelly's going to switch sides here. Once again, it's going to be the 5th corner here in this half for the Saints. Kelly going to take it on the right side of the corner this time. Maybe looking for a near post shot. He does. Austin Ford with the header, and it's going to go in.
Austin Ford.
Austin Ford, a beautiful header. Heads it into the right top corner. Beautiful cross, beautiful finish. Great play for there from the Saints. It's going to make the score 10-0.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the goals do not count. Just about 15 minutes left. Here in regulation. Not expecting a lot of extra time.
Probably not. Seems as if the 10-goal lead in the second half, mercy rule does not apply here. Game will keep continuing. And when you're up this high, you got to think: are you gonna keep putting on the normal pressure? Or are you gonna like let up the gas a little bit? I mean, either one is accepted, but I mean, which one is disrespectful? Are you going to treat your opponent differently, or are you going to let them get a little bit of fun out there? I honestly believe in just keep pushing. I mean, you don't want to treat your opponent differently, but it seems as if the Saints are doing the same, still pushing on. Saints got a lot of time, a lot of space here. Play with on the right side here. Warner Collier looking on the right side. Max Huston's going to pass it in. Looking through the through pass. Would have been a great ball. FUMA defender got to it, though. Saints players looking to switch here. Calling for the switch. Gaineswee's calling for it on the right side. Gets it. Going to pass a Tripone on the left here. He's going to play it slow here. Wait for his teammates to catch up with him. Looks like it's going to get broken by a FUMA defender in time. Tripone's going to get a little bit aggressive here. Tackles the defender, who's going to play it into Ian Cox, looking for the one more.
Then nice move, shot, saved, and ooh, Suskin way over the net. About 12 minutes remaining.
It's hard to get those volleys up, especially when you're on the ground, when the ball is bouncing towards you with the spin towards you as well. Nothing wrong there. Suskin just wasn't aware of the spin. Common mistake. FUMA going to bring up the right side here. Going to get stopped by Gaines Weiss. He's going to play it to the. Looks like he's going to get the ball back to him. Gaines Weiss going to bring it up on the left side here. Play it up to Trip Owen a little bit too far. FUMA looking for something that's going to get broken up, though. Recovering. Not able to find much. Saints accounting for all players. Emery Wise plays it up to Warner Collier. He's going to play up to Trip Owen. Good ball there. Trip Owen not able to make his own shot, even though he's had pretty good positioning. Suskin play once to Warner Collier. He's not able to find Suskin once again inside the 18-yard box. Gainesway's coming in for the tackle. Does not get it, but his teammate's there to help. Good teamwork there from the Saints, able to stop the man together. Warner's going to cross it here to Emery Wise up the right side. Emery's going to try to pass it up here. Nice pass to Ian Cox, who's going to play it once again to the middle. Up to Warner Collier, looking for Trippo on the left. A little bit deep, it looks like Trippo can catch up to it. Might be a possible goal here for the Saints. Trippo looking for the cross. He's going to get deflected. FUMA keeper is going to get his hands on it, though. Just under 10 minutes left in this game. Looks like Saints will pull away with this game, though. Probably by a pretty big margin of 10 goals. 8 goals on the scoreboard, but after 8 goals, they don't count for the rest of the goals. But the official score is 10-0. Warner Collier looking for a shot here off his left foot. It's going to go off the left post. Able to keep it in play. Might get another touch. Trip Owen looked for the little bit of the chip ball over the keeper, but didn't get it.
Yeah, just overall, just a super dominant performance from the Saints.
For sure. And it's not even like FUMA's getting a chance.
They just haven't had the ball really.
Looks like a FUMA player's down on the ground here. Hopefully he's all right. It also looks like I've just noticed the FUMA team looks like they only have 12 players on their team. They only have one extra sub.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
That's
On the
obviously got to affect their
players.
players.
Yeah, a lot of fatigue setting in.
I mean, you look at the FUMA bench, they have one player out there. Then the Saints bench, they have maybe 10 players on the bench
Yeah.
ready to play, all fresh legs. I mean, that obviously makes a difference. I mean, that's not their
Mhm.
fault at all. Just unfortunate for FUMA. Looks like both teams will getting a little bit of a water break here while we let this FUMA player get up. Looks like he's fine though, no limp at all. Good sign. Should be walking off the field though with his trainer. Might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him or something. Clack is continuing to run though. I don't know if that's on purpose. Sure, it might be. There's honestly no point to not let it continue. Looks like the game might start back up again, even though the clock is still running. FUMA players starting to come out on the field, as well as some Saints players. Ball's going to get played in on the right side. See Emery Wise here playing very good positioning, just holding the sideline, doing very well. Very smart play there, very smart positioning, just stretching out the whole field entirely. You always hear a coach just stretch out the field, just stretch out the field. And he's able to just literally sit on the sideline, maybe sometimes out of bounds, allowing for maximum distance and allowing for the FUMA defenders to come over to him and allowing for other opportunities to happen. FUMA looking for something here, looking to get past this strong midfield from the Saints. Got through their attackers, but will they be able to get through their defenders and also midfielders? Looks like they won't. Still got it, though. Looks like it's going to get broken up by Warner Collier. He's going to play it up. Good ball from to Ian Cox. Ian Cox going to try to make one more. Ian Cox being a little bit too giving there. You got to be a little bit more selfish, which is honestly not bad at times. Like there, he could have honestly taken the shot.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes you just got to take it
unselfish
yourself.
play
Yeah.
so far from the Saints today, all aspects of the game.
There's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes you just got to take it yourself. You got to know the difference when to take yourself and when to pass.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to learn for attackers on soccer. Looks like FUMA might be able to make something here on the left side. Beast two defenders. Looks like it's going to get deflected though. Saints able to clear it out all the way to the other half.
Five minutes left in the game.
Looks like we're just under 4 minutes here left of game time. Saints just looking to wrap up this game, hold on the ball for the last 4 minutes here. Just passing it around. Looks like FUMA's not too concerned with it anyways. Players looking to get home. It's almost 6 o'clock here in Richmond, Virginia.
Should be a pretty good night for sports. Game 4 of National League Divisional Series between the Nationals and the Dodgers tonight in D.C., as well as Monday Night Football. I believe the Nets-Dodgers game actually starts in about 15 minutes. A lot of sports going on this time of year.
For sure.
Of course, this weather is just perfect, too, as well, Harrison.
Looks like the Cleveland Browns will be playing the 49ers tonight at 8:15. Should be a pretty good game. See if the 49ers will be able to keep up their undefeated season so far.
I believe that's in San Francisco, too.
For sure. Could be a pretty good game. Max Suskin here looking to pass to Emery Wise. He's not able to find anything. Max Suskin looking to cross. Curtis Ellis with an unbelievable header. And Trip Owen misses the wide open net. FUMA possibly going to be looking their last opportunity for a goal here. It's going to get broken up by the Saints. Saints might be looking for an opportunity here. One last chance. It's going to get broken up also. Max Suskin putting in some hard effort to get the ball in the possession of the Saints. Saints playing with a more pass-minded offense, which is a very good offense to hold. Probably one of the key factors, not looking to dribble or create their own plays, looking to help other teammates create their plays. Very good trade of the Saints offense here. .30 seconds left in the clock. You got Emery Wise on the ball here. Probably their last chance at a goal. Looks like if they can make it count. Looks like Trip Owen will get a goal in at the last second.
Wow.
Makes up for his missed wide open net.
So Saints with 11 goals on the day.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. A lot of different guys, too.
And that's going to be 90 minutes. Looks like that's going to be a game. Most likely going to see a game-ending call or whistle here once the ball's played in pretty soon.
Yeah, it might be a minute of extra time or so. That's what they did in the first half.
Refs might allow FUMA here to get one last chance. It's probably what it's going to be. If this gets broken up, it's going to be a game. That's mostly going to be the... Oh, looks like they might have a chance here. Looks like it's getting broken up, and that's probably going to be the whistle.
Yep.
There it is. Your Saints are going to win 11-0 on a very, very easy win here for the Saints. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.